you don't really know what's going to happen.
We want to make sure that everyone can be chasing that American dream.
Sometimes the only way to succeed is just to not give up. Now they know
The other side.
Well, is that how did we meet? Was it through the video stuff?
It was through all that, I'm sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we probably met
first
just
time.
through
You and I met through networking though originally.
Yeah, because I was doing the Chamber of Commerce and all that stuff when I first got into lending, and I'm sure I met you out and about doing that stuff.
I literally can't remember the exact moment I was like, "That's Connor."
Right.
That's crazy. We've just been so intertwined throughout this entire journey in Vancouver.
I mean, every time that I say it now to people, it's like, "How long have you been in the industry?" It's like, "I've been in mortgage lending for 8 years," and it's like 8 years. Like,
yeah, it doesn't
that's
seem
almost
like
a decade.
Yeah,
I mean, it doesn't seem like that. It's wild. Like time flies.
Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, we did a lot of fun stuff together too. Like randomly, we have all those dumb videos that we did together. You're so gracious by doing those videos,
Dude, thank you.
Yeah, honest to God, real homie hookup right
gotta
there.
start somewhere.
We wouldn't be here without you.
That's for sure. Honest to
start
God,
somewhere,
that's true, man. Yeah, that's very good. Well, speaking of starting somewhere, today we have Mr. Connor Webb, the Couch GM. Person extraordinaire. All around great fucking dude, man. We're
Appreciate
so
that.
glad to have you here
Thank you for having me.
on the other side, and
Yeah.
we want to say welcome. Woo!
That is sick. That you just have a switchboard that you can do that live.
and you
That's
can
awesome.
and listen. We've only programmed 9 of them. Look at all the open spots. There's another 9. There's another 9. There's another 9.
That's amazing.
We can program with whatever we want.
You could then take like clips from prior podcasts,
1,000%.
like little one-liners. Yeah.
Yeah, like we're our last person accused Mike of using the restroom during the podcast and
We
crapping
could use
his
that.
pants.
We could use that.
We could use it hypothetically.
But we won't.
Yeah, no, you can literally put anything on there. It's really fun. This was
That's
like
really
the
cool.
best cool thing we ever bought, and
Yeah.
I've said it on multiple podcasts now, but they shouldn't give me toys because I will play with them. Yeah.
Games.
DJ Khaled, we the best music. We the best music. Another one, and another one. It's getting late.
I mean, it's like a radio show.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it is. It's just full blown wheels off chaos.
We're gonna get sued
That's
now.
how we do things. I sure hope so. At least something interesting will happen around here. It'll
that'd be
great.
fun.
No, but Connor, welcome.
Yes.
It's good to have you. Why don't you just introduce yourself, tell them a little bit about yourself, and then, we'll just go from there.
Yeah, appreciate it. Well, I guess the surface level stuff is that I'm a mortgage broker licensed in Washington, Oregon, California, Idaho, and Arizona. And then I've got the second full-time job is the Couch GM. It's a sports marketing brand that I started 3.5 years ago. Just started making YouTube videos, and now it's turned into, what it's come to be. And it's opened so many doors that I had no clue would be able to be open in the first place, and that I didn't foresee happening. And now I've been able to cross-pollinate the two, and now I put mortgage ads in my sports videos, and I have people reaching out to me directly from that to get pre-approved to buy a home in all those states that I mentioned. And when they call, they already know, like, and trust me, they've listened to my stuff for X amount of time, and I don't have to do any selling. And we're talking baseball or Washington State University for 20 minutes. And then it's like, hey, you wanted to get pre-approved also, right? It's like,
Yeah, and also secondarily,
Yeah.
you did want to make a major purchase, correct?
yeah, right, exactly. So it's just like really cool, really blessed, and grateful for the journey that I've been on, and the people I've met, the experiences that I've had, and excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, and you're not just interviewing these like high school teams. You're interviewing like college level athletes as well as
The
MLB.
freaking Mariners.
Yeah, Mariners as well, correct?
Yeah, so basically anytime that I want to go up to Seattle to cover a series, I can apply for a media credential through Major League Baseball, and the Mariners receive that request, and if they have room in their press box, then, I'm allowed access. So I get free entry into the stadium basically, and I have a seat in the press box. I'm down on the field pregame. Basically, I set up
I'm ready to go on the field. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready to go
Yeah.
on the field.
Yeah.
We got to make it happen.
I've tried to.
it's so fun.
You run into like different roadblocks along the way, and they have been relatively limited of what they'll allow me to do, or people that they'll let me bring in. And so oftentimes they deny any requests for an additional person to come, which is frustrating at times, but grateful for the opportunities. And so, yeah, I'm on the field pregame. I have a tripod set up, the DJI Osmo that I mentioned to him, recording quick interviews with players and just trying to help share their story, and, just trying to provide value to the players in the organization. And then the WSU thing, my buddy and I started doing the WSU podcast this past football season. the long form podcast, we've gotten close to like 80,000 views over the first season.
Damn.
And
That's great.
that has led us to being really intertwined with the WC community. Like I had no clue again that would be able to happen. And we were in Pullman this last weekend, standing on the tee box for the Cougar Collective, and every current football coach that came by recognized us and thanked us for what we were doing and the positivity that we were spreading, because we have a player or a coach on like every week now. And we're just trying to help the players, share their story and show fans why they should be paying attention to certain players. And I do that both for the WSU and for the Mariners side. And there's so much negativity going around with the Pac-12 falling apart, with Washington State constantly being the underdog, the East Coast bias with everything sports related. So we're just trying to shed light on, the teams that matter most to us, the players that matter the most. And
why WSU is the greatest college of all
exactly.
time.
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs. That sucks that he's out of control of that shit. It backfires when he's the one in control.
Just grab the switchboard.
phone,
Bring it over here. You two could have switchboard like battle offs.
We should. I should get my own. I'm going to invest in that. I'll get my own. Just my own little soundboard. It's not going to be as good as that. Just play sounds.
just like a noise. It just makes noises.
Yeah, exactly.
Like a little one, like a little little Tykes version.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the little text version that'll play like the horn.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be good to go. So, but yeah, that's really cool, man. So you're going out there and you're doing the right thing, shedding light on players who may not have a voice all the time. And then you get a chance to also cross pollinate, like you said, and do mortgages on the side because your full time's couch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
That's
Yeah.
so cool, man. But I do want to start off with, like you said, it didn't always just happen like that. You were actually denied, from what you told me, a couple of times, and be able to like go up to Seattle or go to WSU. And I remember you told me in one of our hangouts, you just said, well, I got denied, but I'm going to find a way to do it. And you just went around them. And you said, I'm just going to reach out to the players individually instead of going through you the right way, correct?
Right.
Tell me about that.
Well, yeah. So
tell us.
Yeah. So basically how it worked was, so I started my channel December 2021, that first full season. I just grinded making content on stuff that I found interesting. And I found out that the players were watching my stuff, and specifically on Instagram and also on YouTube. And so that was a big motivator. But that next off season, I ended up DMing the right person on X or Twitter, and it ended up being the media connection for the Mariners. So I jumped on a call with him and just explained what I was doing, helping share the stories, of the players. And he asked me if I wanted to interview Bryce Miller as my first interview, who was one of their top prospects coming up at the time. And so I had 15 minutes with him. That was amazing. That was my first interview I ever did. The most nervous I've ever been in my life, pretty much. And it was different because it's like you're just reading a question. Okay, he answered that question. What's the next question? It's not conversational. So now it's just totally different. But about a month after that, I asked if we could start getting some more guys on to help share their story. And they said they're limited in resources. We can't do that, but we can help you get you credentialed. I was like, okay, sounds good. And I knew that the players were already following me on Instagram and in other places. So I was like, okay, they're not going to let me get access to the player to come on the podcast. So I'm just going to shoot my shot with every player. And so I just started hitting guys up in DMs. And now, in the prior years, after every MLB draft, I would DM all of the MLB draft picks, all the top players, because no one is currently, after them, trying to get them on, because no one really knows anything about them. They're just 18 to 20-year-olds. And so started having these top prospects on the podcast. And now like Colt Emerson, who's the Mariners' #1 prospect. I was down in Arizona spring training this spring training, and pregame, like we're dapping each other up. We're talking. I've had him on the podcast twice, had him on short clips multiple times. And it's trying to like not be just another media person. Like I'm trying to be like a buddy of theirs and a friend of theirs, because that's what I view myself as being. It's different from media. And so, yeah, it's like if there's a roadblock in the way, I'm not just going to take it as a no and shut down. It's like, okay, this route is closed. I'm still going to get there, but like, how do I have to reroute to get there? So
I freaking love that.
Yeah.
All grit. Never take no for an answer.
Exactly.
Unless they really mean it.
Unless there's a shotgun in your face.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, maybe I'll come back later.
Oh,
and I mean, some things, it's like, okay, they have a point there. Like you decide not to do that, but you go a different route. Or it's like, no, like, okay, they're telling me no, but that's just a no today. It's not a no forever. So, yeah.
How has like being in mortgage prepared you for that?
I think it's been huge to prepare me for everything that I've done with the Couch GM, because I mean, you're seeking no, right? It's like you're you're going for that next no because you're closer to the next yes. And it's like now I'm like so level with everything. I used to get high, I used to get low. It's like, you know, you get someone under contract. Oh no, they shopped us for rate and I lost the deal. It's like pissed off, like, oh my gosh, the world's going to end type thing. Right. But now it's like, okay, like, you know, it's not completely over, or it's just move on to the next one. And so with the wins and the losses, you just can't get too high, can't get too low. You have to stay level. And so being in the mortgage industry, really cutting my teeth in sales and all that stuff. And also you're a part-time psychologist in sales. Mm-hmm. Like when you start talking with someone, you understand what type of person they are, like very quickly. Like if they're a numbers person, if they're an engineer type, or if they're, the pretty red door on the house. Like I love this little place, and more emotional. You have to talk to different people in different ways. You're trying to get the same result, but you just have to package things in different ways. Right. So yeah, being in the mortgage industry and sales has helped with everything that I've done for sure.
And was mortgage the first entrepreneurship / kind of salesy thing you ever got into, or were you doing sales before that?
No. So I guess going back, I went to Washington State University, did finance and marketing. And so during my summers in school, so my dad's been a steel salesman ever since he graduated from college. He's retiring this year. Congrats to him, finally.
Yeah. Congrats. Oh, that one. That's what I wanted.
So where'd you say he was working at?
So he's been a steel salesman. So
Steel salesman.
He's
That's
still like
really hard to say 5 times fast.
steel salesman. Yeah,
Steel salesman.
Mom.
Back after technical difficulties.
Are you with Dad?
Answer his phone. Put him on the air.
Okay, never mind. I want to know. I'm interviewing someone on our podcast, and they said his dad worked at Steelscape, and I was just curious if Dad knew him. His name's Dale Webb. So, but I'll call Dad. Dad's ignoring my calls.
He's in sales. Yeah.
Dad knows him.
Your mom knows him.
How do you know him?
She went to prom with him.
So Dad knows him for sure though? Why do they buddies or what? They go out to beers and stuff, or
That is too funny.
That's insane. Mike and I have known each other for how long, and this is the first time that this has come
All right,
up.
well, Dad ever picks up, I'll talk to him then about it.
That is so funny.
That's insane.
What a cool thing that just happened.
Yeah, he ignored my call. I called him twice, and the first time I
all
went to
this
3
is
rings,
recorded.
and then
We
the
gotta
second time I
post
went
this.
to 1.
This whole thing. This is how Mike talks to his mother.
Mom.
Oh my goodness.
No, that's stupid. Okay, I'll text him then. All right, thank you. All right.
That's insane.
Yeah, he said, my mom says he knows him.
Yeah, that's wild.
Well, that means he knows him so well that your mom knows who he is.
Yeah.
Like if they've been over for Thanksgiving, like how does this work?
Oh, that's where I've been going the past 10 years? Thanksgiving is your dad's house?
Yeah, I just never show up. That's crazy. All right, we ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we're good to go.
Small world. Jeez.
That is really funny.
And we're back.
All right, so we're back after some technical difficulties. We're back up and running.
But it was meant to happen because we
Meant
found
to
out some
happen.
cool information in the interlude.
Yeah, we just found out that Mike's dad and Connor's dad worked together for like forever. They know each other.
Like 20 years probably.
Yeah,
That's
he's been there. He's been there
hilarious.
since he's like, I don't know. He got a 40-year plaque or whatever, and he's been there.
Jeez,
yeah.
40-year plaque,
My
yeah.
dad just graduated. He just retired. I guess graduating. He retired at like 72 or something like that. He just
Yeah.
got done. So
That's awesome.
they had to drag him out of there. He was not going to stop. He loved working.
That's wild.
But my mom booked a 2-month-long like vacation, and she said it's on this date. So you either
Nice, yeah.
I'm going by myself, or you can retire like everyone's asking you to and come with us. So
My
he
dad's
retired.
been pushing it out also, but then, we've been trying to like, just do it. And he's meeting with his financial advisor. And so it's finally happening this year. So that's good. That's wild though.
That's so exciting for
Yeah.
them. Yeah, that is so funny that we've known each other for years
Yeah.
and just put those together.
Yep.
That's really great.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Well, don't shit on Steelscape then.
Yeah,
No.
Whatever. Like, don't say their name.
Don't say their
Just say it
name.
out loud. Yeah.
All right, so let's get back on track. So we were talking about you were in sales. We're talking about mortgage and stuff. So let's go back to what were you doing like before mortgage?
Yeah. So as I was getting into, I went to Washington State University, did finance and marketing there. But during the summers in college, my brothers and I, we would actually work in the steel mill that my dad was a steel salesman for. So doing, 12-hour shift, swing shift, like between nights and days, and you're the summer hire and everyone's just, some people are picking on you. And like, I just did not enjoy the time there. Like, I'm not going to bleep that out. It's like, obviously you wouldn't enjoy being a summer hire doing a swing shift, 12-hour shift, but it helped provide, like I made a certain amount of money during the summer that allowed me to be able to, be okay during the school year to buy food and whatnot. And my parents helped me out greatly with all of that. Yeah. But, I learned very quickly. And actually my uncle gave me the book, The Millionaire Real Estate Investor, during that time. And so I would sit out in the paint shack. They paint steel coils there. And so basically a coil would come off. I would have to band it, put it on a pallet, put it down the thing, wrap it, and then put it into storage. And so in my downtime, I'd read The Millionaire Real Estate Investor. And so that's how I learned about passive income and eventually learning about investing in real estate, passive income. And so I knew that I wanted to get into passive income, in whichever route I could, so that I don't have to solely rely on my everyday income. And I also learned at the time that I didn't want to be an hourly employee through that. And that that led me to like basically every opportunity that I can, I go for the upside. And so there's risk in everything. There's risk in taking a day job, working hourly or salary. You're risking other things, but I'm willing to, I won't fail, is kind of my mindset. And so I'll just do whatever it takes to get there. And so that's how I learned about passive income. After my junior year in college, I got a financial advisor internship at a certain firm. And
was it Northwestern Mutual?
Was it Mass Mutual?
Yeah, it was.
Was it? Yeah, it had to be Northwestern
Damn.
Mutual. Yeah. Vultures in the college space.
Yeah, so I was at a job
know
fair.
well.
I was at a job fair, so accepted that, and my first suit and tie thing, in downtown Portland, and it was a great experience. That is what broke me out of my shell, because like up to that point, you could say that I was very introverted, like shy, and if you met me now compared to high school, it's like two different people, and I really attribute that to the financial advisor internship, because I had to create a list of like 300 people in my sphere, including my dad's racquetball buddies and like all these people.
He plays racquetball too?
Yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
he's like
racquetball together.
That's all, yeah, I bet you that's how
Does
it
your
is.
dad go to Lakeshore?
Yeah, he went to Lakeshore
Oh,
Athletic
my
Club.
gosh.
Here we go.
What?
Yeah, we went to Lakeshore Athletic Club.
My dad was playing racquetball like every day.
That was my dad was playing. I think it was like not
Dude,
every
I think
day.
you're probably racquetball buddies.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is basically.
That's insane.
Oh my word.
Dude, you're like the white version of me. Except my dad wouldn't.
Did we just become best friends?
my dad's company wouldn't hire me for the summer. So, other than that, yeah, we're pretty much exact same. If I would have got hired there, maybe we would have met together. Damn, dude, we could have been a mortgage together, and I would never met him. I would have been Northwestern Mutual.
Did you also do Northwestern Mutual?
No, I went to Guardian Life Insurance.
Okay.
That works out worse for them too. Exactly. But yeah, no, I went into the financial services too.
Wow.
That's how I started, right? I started as a financial rep with Nathan on his team.
Wow.
I recruited Mike.
That's awesome.
And we both went to WSU, and our dads both play racquetball. Bro,
We've been living like parallel lives,
exactly. And we're starting a podcast.
That is so funny.
I don't know what to do anymore.
I don't either. Maybe we should just sit in the awkwardness and just enjoy the fact that you two are literally
Brothers from another
brothers from
mother.
another
Yeah.
mother. Yeah.
But yeah, so I burned through that contact list, going back to the story.
300 in your dad's Rolodex.
Yeah, and it's like cold calling people that I've, and trying to get them in for a financial meeting. It's pretty tough to do that. And just you're pacing around in a room until you get the courage to hit call on the phone, right?
Dude,
to
yeah.
start talking to someone. And so after that, experience that summer, it's like now when I went to a college party, I would just like go up to people and start talking to people and like have no problem at all. Whereas like, just a totally different person. And so out of college, I still didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, really. I knew that I wanted, what direction I was heading, and I just had a foot in the door at a mortgage company out of college. A family friend worked at a mortgage company, so I started working for a loan officer. Just started reviewing income documents, W-2s, pay stubs, bank statements. Like these are the first times that I've seen these things. So just kind of understanding what they are, asking a lot of questions during pipeline meetings, just learning the mortgage industry. And at the very least, I could learn about mortgages. That would help me with the passive investing in real estate long term. And, eventually just one opportunity after another, if it's not because I like had to do certain things. It was just opportunities kept coming up, kept meeting people. And that led me to now where I'm at today, 8 years later. Like I said, it doesn't feel like 8 years. It flies by. Like in the moment, it feels long. And, I hated my life during certain periods, right? And it's super stressed. And that's also part of it is like in my faith and just being able to have faith in the process and where you're heading, and like it's okay to not be okay and to just like sit there, and like some days are not going to be the best, but you know, just having faith that it'll work out. And there's been multiple times to where it's like I need money right now, and then it just happens, and it's because it's like I couldn't write the script better myself if I tried. So yeah, just super blessed for the journey that I've been on.
Do you single when those times happened?
Yeah, I met Katie in 2017, so she saw some of those days to where I was stressed like crazy, and but now she's also seen the better side of it, and so yeah.
But
it's
when
been
you have
great
those stress times though, like so when you're like by yourself, right? You said you went from the financial industry to the mortgage industry. So when you had those times where you were just, you know, wanted to quit and stuff like that, and you're just like, what the fuck am I doing? How did you get through those with no, I guess, support system? You said your parents were in a different path. They're doing the 9 to 5, you know, work till you're 70 kind of thing. You have your, you know, like you said, your financial advising people you left. And then, so who'd you lean on?
Who did I lean on? Well, of course my parents, but like I smoked weed for a certain amount of time to like numb my feelings, to be honest. And it's like, there was a certain point and certain things that I went through that made me so that I'm not doing that anymore. But, you know, I went through the wrong things to try to, you know, kind of get past that and get past what I'm feeling right now. But just over time and you know, it takes time. You know, now I've resorted to other things like just having faith, and I've been being more intent on reading the Bible. And like I've started a Bible study with a group of friends of mine, and just really going and reading the Word. And if you just read a few pages a day, like you'll feel so much better, because it's so much just, you know, good, like how to live your life basically, and positive mindset stuff. Aside from the actual religion part of it, it's a great book for that reason. So yeah, I guess now it's just like, if I have a negative thought, it's like immediately it's gone, because I'm just not gonna, you know, put any thought into it, because it's not worth having any negativity. I'm an optimist. I'm gonna, you know, and so I just don't allow that to affect me. It's easier said than done, but that's just, with everything that I've been through, all the highs and the lows, is like I'm just, you know, even keel now. So
yeah, I think that's good that you notice that though. A lot of people don't notice that part, and they just use that as an excuse, and then it kind of goes down the rabbit hole. So glad you pulled yourself out of that. But I mean, I've had nights, we've all done it. We've had nights where, you know, just stress out of your mind. A drink sounds good, and then you know, black out or fall off the, you know, fall down the stairs or puke on a carpet.
What are you looking at me for?
No, we've all
Guilty as charged.
Yeah, we've all been there. You shared a little bit. I mean, it's the same thing. We've done.
I've got moments I'm not proud of. That's how things go.
Yeah, and you know,
no one's perfect.
No.
Everyone's human. Yeah,
exactly.
I mean,
But that's why I was curious, because like for Nathan and I, you know, we've gone through some hardship, but we pull each other back up, and we recognize, you know, like, hey, I think you're falling off the horse. You need to get back on and stuff. And so also I was curious, like for you, when you realize that, how did you come to that realization? Like, fuck, this is not, can't just keep smoking all the time, and you know.
Well, there was like rock bottom moments. I'm not necessarily going to go into the specific details of what exactly happened, but it's like certain moments where it's like, okay, you got to wake up. Like, what are you doing right now? And then like part of that is like, yeah, the stress that, like through some of that stuff, the stress that I put on my mom specifically, and my parents in general, it's like, what am I doing? It's like this, you know, like my selfishness is leading to other people being affected from this. And it's like, so you have to really look yourself in the mirror sometimes to make it happen. But, and then also, of course, you know, having met Katie in like 2017, and having her support along the way, obviously is a big help, and super grateful for her and what she's been able to help me with. So,
and how'd you guys meet? Where was that at?
So I graduated 2016, October 2017. My buddy and I went back to WSU for a football game. It was USC versus WSU. Okay. The game was Friday night. Saturday night we were out. We were at Valhalla.
Oh yeah.
And they had a pool table there, and so Garrett and I we asked her and her friend to play pool with us. And we just started talking. Like I got her number, and then I saw her at Mike's later.
You did.
I saw her.
There you go.
I saw the financial advisor internship was like, hey, can I get your number?
Thank you.
I got a great portfolio I want you to look at.
So yeah, we just started talking. Like we had a ton in common. Like she has family that lives in Vancouver. I think her parents also went to the same middle school that my mom did up in Seattle. they have family in the Bay Area, the same place that we do. It's like all these crazy things. Like we had just like the same kind of ice cream and like all these different similarities.
Dang.
So it just worked out.
And what's she doing right now?
So now she's a speech pathologist at the Woodland School District. So she helps kids with speech impediments or that are on the spectrum and that type of thing. So she loves what she does.
You know how a speech pathologist knows if they're doing a good job? It's if their students can say speech pathologist.
Yeah, right.
That's a brutal one. My
Yeah,
gosh.
well done on that one. So she's not really an entrepreneur at all, though, right?
No, I have, she worked for a private practice before she went to grad school, and then she went to grad school the past 2 years, and then she got her graduate degree or master's, and now she's doing this. But like when she was getting done with grad school, I was like, hey, maybe you could do we could make a business out of this, but she wants nothing to do with the business side of it. I was like, I could run the business. You could just do the speech therapy, right?
No.
But she's like, no, absolutely not. I'm like, okay, fine. That's fine. And I mean, the schools are super secure and stable, which is great. She gets summers off. And so, yeah, it's great.
Yeah, you pushed a couple times and you just realize she's happy where she's at.
Yeah, I'm not going to try to push that anymore.
Yeah.
That's where I've got my own stuff to focus on.
And it sounds like she's pretty supportive over it and let you do whatever and take the time you need to go build Couch GM and the mortgage and everything. So
Yeah.
that's good. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it's been great.
I got a question for you. So going back to, you said like, you'd gotten to this point where you're like, what am I doing here? Like, what is happening? What was like some of the first things you did afterwards when you realized, what am I doing here?
Well, I mean, I just, continued on my path, and I would sometimes I would pray. I would just say like, God, I'm not in a spot where I'm not happy today. Like, I hate my life right now. I don't know what you're putting me through, but thank you. And like, I don't know when I'll be happy, but I'll be happy one day. Like I remember saying that. I was tearing up in the parking lot one day, like at the first employer that I was at. And I was just saying like, thank you for like the crappy time that I'm feeling right now, because like someday I'll be grateful for it. And there's times to where it's like, I'll just say, thank you. Like if it's a good day or a bad day, it's like, thank you for the ups and the downs and all that stuff, because it really makes you become grateful for what you do have today. And you focus on the current and the now, and you're not thinking about the potential negative, because it's like, you've been through worse in the past. It's like, this is nothing. Like I've been through it. I've been stressed about it. What is me stressing over something gonna do? It's not gonna change anything.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I was just taking it day by day, and then it led to, a connection. I moved to another company. I got connected to someone else. I turned down the job, and then they called back. They were like, just wanted to make sure you recognize what I was offering you. I was like, yeah, I'll go. And then I ended up going with that opportunity eventually. So yeah, it's just kind of, taking it day by day, and, just hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Did you have like a routine or anything you switched up? I mean, you said you continued down the path, but that wasn't a good path. So how did you regroup? Like, did you change up your habits or anything?
Yeah, for sure. I changed up my habits. Like I stopped smoking weed altogether. Right. And, so that was one. And then I've been super big into fitness, most of my life. And so prioritizing that and doing other things to settle down instead of the negative stuff or the potential negative stuff. I play video games. I obviously work on Couch GM stuff. So when you have an outlet of like creating content, it fills up your nights, and then you also have a wife and, all these different things. So like, it's hard for me to go back and think of what I was doing back then or what helped necessarily. But yeah.
Yeah. I remember I went through a super deep and low time too, where I was very depressed, and I found one of the things that I changed was I had to just recognize that one of the ways I got out of depression was to accomplish a task, like just any task, because I found that what were really detrimental to my mental health was just having all these outstanding things that need to get done, and they're all like 50 to 70% done, and it's just like so overwhelming. So it was even something as simple as like, I knew that like for me, what I worked through with my therapist was just, I was going to choose to make my bed every single day. And so I could at least know that I got something done before I even left the house, like something tangible to get done. And it was like just that little change in my routine that was like, okay, this is something that some days, I'm ashamed to say it, but some days just making my bed was exhausting, just was really tough, and so sometimes there's like that switch up that you make in your day or your routine that just helps you kind of get out, like think differently and move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw something interesting the other day where this guy was talking about if you want to have a completely different day, he said take whatever hand you brush your teeth with and
Yep.
use your other hand.
I tried that.
Opposite
I tried that
hand. Have you tried
actually.
it? It's wild.
Did it work?
Yeah, absolutely. Like,
I haven't
you have
done
to
it
think, you engage so much differently because it's like
You have to focus.
you think about
You're
like from the other side, it's hard to brush your teeth with the opposite hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's honestly challenging. So I'll do things like that, like go a different direction to work, like take a different route, one where I have to like actually think about where I'm going and what I'm doing, or like whatever it is. Like you're changing up your routine in just like little ways, but if you do it enough throughout the day, it forces your brain to start firing differently and think differently. I found it to be true. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to trick yourself sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, just kind of going back to like what I know helped me, it was the mindset stuff, like listening to Jordan Peterson and various other people on podcasts talking about positive mindset. And like Jordan Peterson is like, you know, stand up straight with your shoulders back, right? It's like fundamentals of like, these are things that you could do, or like forcing yourself to smile immediately, you suddenly become happy. Like there's just certain things that you can do to physiologically, you know, change your mind and help, you know, move things forward. So yeah, a lot of like self-help books that I was reading also at the time, and just a lot of those audiobooks and podcasts and whatnot.
Yeah, you're building your surroundings.
Yeah.
You're rebuilding the surroundings instead of putting it with weed and any other kind of crazy activies you may have done or may not have done.
Right.
Right. No, I get it. I just thought about it too. And like, I think about it.
Here?
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
Woo! I just thought about that too. And like, you're right. I remember I never had that hard time necessarily like in the financial world growing up. I remember like I went through my very first like pretty severe breakup in like quite a while. But I remember, I just for some reason remember that. I remember running on the treadmill instead of listening to music, I'd listen to like podcasts of like, you know, how to like rebuild yourself and like your self-worth and like who you are as a man and like, you know, you're better than that. I do remember I listen to that all the time. Now I listen to music because I'm just a happy guy. Well, I'm a happy kid all the time. So, but I totally forgot about that.
Well, to add to that, yeah, the same thing is like working out. It's like if you're super stressed, just go to the gym. Like I have to listen to a different type of music when I'm putting heavy weight on that I need to listen to.
What's your go-to?
It's like screamo type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like all the stresses in the world at the time, it's like you just put it into that one set. And like if you focus on that, like you're making yourself that much better every time, you know? And so you could choose outlets to put your stress into that are very beneficial.
Dude, there's no better workout than when you break up with someone.
I'll give you one. It's the first time your son comes to the gym with you.
Okay, that's a good one
I'm
too.
telling you, you'll never work out. Like
Watch
the
what
first...
dad can do.
Bro,
Oh, can I get a spot?
The amount of herniated discs that have happened when my son's coming to the gym. I'm telling you, my son is old enough now where he's coming to the gym with me.
Nice.
And I'm telling you what, I put in a good workout when he's there. I'm telling you what, baby. What we say is that the old wolf still has strength, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old wolf.
I haven't gone through that yet, but I'm sure that'll be another time.
Bro, I'm telling you. But breakups,
Odds,
absolutely.
you gotta be the best shape ever. Like, look what you missed out
breakup
on.
workout. Oh yeah,
Right.
That's why I look like this. I'm too
Look
happy.
at these quads.
That's why I look like this. I'm
you
too
happy.
happy.
You look great. God dang it.
Yeah, there's
I have
no excuse.
excuses.
Yeah, no.
Oh, get out of
Man.
my head.
Now it's nice
Weird.
outside. You could just start going for runs, or at least start with walks. Like getting in running shape.
I
Getting
know how to walk, Connor.
getting in running shape sucks, but when you're in running shape, it's great just to be able to
Dude,
get
running
out and
sucks. I hate running. I hate running.
not
I
everybody.
will walk miles. Like, dude, last year I averaged over 11,000 steps a day. Last year, I walk constantly.
How many, or like what point of a mile is 11,000 steps?
It's like 4.5, 5 miles a day.
Okay, nice. Yeah, that's a
4
lot.
miles a day, something like that.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, so go like 10,000 is gonna get you 3 to 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep that up.
Yeah, I mean that's what I do every day. I mean
Yeah.
that's on average for the whole year. So like that counts all the days that you don't do much, or maybe I watch the Masters all weekend and then it moves.
It averages out. We don't talk about
I'll tell you
specific
what,
days.
okay, one of the best things that happened was last weekend was the Masters, and then also my son had a chess tournament. I've never been more happy to be at a chess tournament ever. I had a little earbud in, and I was like watching it. All the dads are like looking over at my screen, and I'm like, yeah, dude, my son's playing chess. I can't do anything. I can't say anything. Like, so I'm just gonna watch the Masters. It was
I
great.
have a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Doing the podcast and starting this out, like what's been the biggest takeaway? What didn't you see coming from this? Like what's,
With the podcast?
Yeah, what's the experience been of
That's not how this
starting
works. You don't ask questions. We do.
All right, I'm cut off, I guess.
Damn it. Yeah, Nathan, you go first.
I love we have a lot of, we just ask people their stories. And so I love just learning different people's stories and how they got to where they get to. It's never what you think it would be. Yeah. Like there's always something really interesting and unique about how somebody arrived into the version that I got to meet of them. Because like you said, if you had met me in high school, it'd been a very different person, right? Like I only know this version of you.
Right.
So I enjoy like hearing the processes, and I always glean something, always learn something. And then, I mean, to be quite frank, like we don't really push this. That's like something that we do just for ourselves. So there's a lot of just personal fulfillment in these types of conversations, and like we enjoy just the creative aspect of it. So for me, I think probably the part I was hoping for, but did actually happen, was I just feel a lot of fulfillment from doing these days. Like I love it. Like this week we're gonna film 6 podcasts over 2 days. It's like they're some of my favorite days. I absolutely love these days, and I could do them. I could do it all day. Like it's a blast, and so I really get to enjoy just to spend time where you could get to dive into like the nuance of a story, and not just like the quick
the
little
surface level stuff.
give
Right?
give me a line that I can tweet out. It's like, well, yeah, that's one thing, but like I really want to get to know like all of it. Like the fact that we found out like your dads know each other is just crazy.
Yeah,
like that would like we've known each other for a long time, but we haven't had a time to sit down and have like an in-depth conversation, and so. I don't know. Those are the things I love about it. It's fun.
He still hasn't texted me back yet, and I fucking know he got. I know he got those. I know he got those calls too. Whatever.
I lost my dad when I leave also.
Yeah, we can both text each other at the same time.
Yeah,
and then we can all hang out.
We can
Father son hang out.
Your people.
we could start a group text with your dad, my dad, you and me.
We'll go play racquetball.
Honest to God.
Go play racquetball, dude. You and me against my dad and your dad.
Y'all should pick up pickleball and do it together.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, pickleball would be fun. I hated playing racquetball. I like learning from my dad, but now I try to go back in there, dude. The thing about racquetball that I hate is the fact that they could be. I could look at these guys and I'm like, dude, I am so much more athletic than you.
It's not about athleticism.
No, yeah,
it's about the angles.
Exactly, and they work the angles like crazy because it doesn't matter how hard you hit, they'll barely touch it. It'll go in the right corner, bounce twice, and I'm screwed.
Every time I play my dad, I'm flying around the place. My dad is standing in one spot. He's just going like this, and I'm just flying around, and I lose every time.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's annoying, and it doesn't matter how hard you hit either.
Yeah, no,
it doesn't matter about strength or nothing. It's like these overweight guys sometimes will go in there and just like, there's no way, and just say fucking crush it, dude.
Because he's been playing since college.
I'd imagine you can, right?
Sorry, teams,
You play 4 players.
Yeah,
and then that's where you accidentally get in front of someone. They hit the ball and they smack you in the back.
Yeah, that hurts like a motherfucker. Right in the back of the head.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Those little blue balls, they're bouncy, but they are not that soft.
They're dense.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
My dad used to play racquetball, but I never played with him.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, that's a good athlete or a good workout right there because you're not running around.
Yeah, my dad's just standing there. He's like,
his dad's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go for a swim.
Yeah, right.
What else
Exactly.
do we have to do? That's hilarious.
But either way, much like he said, the thing I like the most about the podcast is how easily the conversations happen. Mm-hmm. We've been on podcasts before. We've seen podcasts before where it seems a little more rehearsed, or we've told other people have told us that usually there's a list of questions that they're going to answer and they prep them up and stuff. And I think that's one of Nathan's strengths is we're just two fun guys that people want to hang out with, and we can just have normal conversations. People feel comfortable around us, and it's just we're doing this for no real gain other than just to get hang out with like-minded individuals. And it is nice to not have to worry about the business as much in the sense of like you're in it doing the day-to-day stuff. You can just take some time and just hang out with like-minded individuals, which is nice.
Yeah,
so,
it feels like vacation almost.
It does a little bit, yeah. It does.
This is what I like. This is just what I do when I'm like hanging out with my buddies. We have the same sort of conversations,
Mm-hmm. And it's like when you start content creation, it's like you're doing it because you're enjoying what you're doing. But then, once you chop this up into shorts and you post it across and you're giving value to other people just to come on your show and people start seeing it and they're like, what you guys are doing is great. Like, I love your videos, all that stuff. It's just motivation. Keep going. And as long as you're just genuinely curious about people.
We honestly hope that this stuff just helps people. It's like entrepreneurship is an interesting space. It's a very small percentage of people who dive into this thing, and we're all kind of crazy. Like we're all weird. And we
gotta
all
have something
like,
loose. Yeah.
Yeah, we all do, and we all have like a certain spirit that's similar. And part of that is something that can get worn down over time, and it's good to have an encouraging voice. It's good to hear from people that are not just like you're not even close to where you want to be. Like we're getting to interview you like really in the beginning process of your success. That's really encouraging for somebody because a lot of people only get to have a voice after they've made it and they've got millions of dollars and like I don't even have a college degree and you can do it too.
Yeah, right,
and like that kind of shit.
All you have to do is buy 5 houses, and then once you buy 5 houses, you buy another 5 five
Yeah, then you
houses.
arbitrage that into some offshore account and it's gone. All your money, it's gone. Yeah, dude. But like, so
real.
it's nice. So for us, it's like we're hoping that a community will find this, that finds encouragement, that realizes that there's really great people that are also in the same journey that you are. And if somebody is just a couple steps ahead of me, they're worth following, right? They're worth listening to. I can learn from them. It's like, and so we're talking to people in all different stages of their career. We've got some people like earlier on, they're like well into the success years, like big money. And we've got people like who are just finally getting out of that stage and like moving and like shaking. We got people who are changing careers. It's like there's a spot for everybody to learn and be encouraged and realize that like there is a community of people that love you, that support you, that want you to win. You know, there's a lot of entrepreneurs we talk to that like we just had an agent on before you, and they were like, I moved to a new city and nobody wanted me to win. Like they were really upset that I was there. It's like, but there is a group of people who do want you to win, that are cheering you on, that welcomes competition, who goes, yeah, man, let's all make each other better.
There's enough for everybody.
Yeah, iron needs to sharpen iron here. Like that's fine with me. Like I don't gotta run. Like let's just enjoy it. Like like that friction makes us better. Like let's continue. Like let's get going. And I feel like, you know, people need to hear that they're loved, they're valued, that they're not alone, that there's other people here for them, and that are in the same spot that they are. And everything's gonna be all right.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it.
You have to have an abundance mindset. Like there's more than enough business for everybody to go around. And so like you losing a deal is like, okay, fine. You know, there's going to be another one that comes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And you said you went from Northwestern, and then you went into the mortgage, and then how did you come into podcasting? Like, you're just like, fuck, I look good in front of the camera, I want to do this again.
No.
Or like,
I mean, no one, likes what they look like on camera or what they sound like and all that stuff.
I just don't like the headphones. Other than that, fuck, I'll look at the camera all day.
Mike's like, hell yeah, I like what I look like.
I look great.
But so actually, right out of college, my buddy and I actually started a fitness brand called Fast Fit. It was combining intermittent fasting and fitness. And so like I did a graphic design class my senior year of high school, and so I designed a logo, and you know we made it an official business of the state of Washington, and we did all that, and we just like poured money into shirts and wristbands and all this stuff, and you know it was money that was like wasted. A lot of learning experiences, like we just passed out shirts, but had like no actual like plan for revenue or like, you know, it was
No
like,
strategy.
hey, this is sick. We're lifting weights and we're like, you know, this is cool. And people are like sending, like jack dudes are sending us pictures wearing our stuff. Like, this is awesome. Like, oh, great marketing. All. And so like we learned a ton from that. And I got into a financial spot from that I learned from, obviously. And so that happened, and that kind of fizzled out like 2018, 2019. And then 2021 was when I started the Couch GM. I basically saw the Mariners where they were going. They had a big trade. They traded away some of their big guys for prospects. They had the top farm system in baseball, and I was looking for certain information on players. There was also only one other YouTube channel out there at the time that was talking about the Mariners, and I submitted a mock trade request to them of like, hey, we should trade for this player on this team and XYZ. That the player on the other team just won AL Rookie of the Year this last year, like 5 years later after I mentioned the guy. They didn't even know who the player was, and they like crapped on my trade. And so I was like, all right, I just need to start making my own content and put my own opinion out there, because also like the Couch GM is fantasy sports related. Like everyone is a Couch GM. Everyone has an opinion of what their team should do, or, you know, like I was right on this player. It's like I should have been making content about that. And I saw the other big channels on YouTube talking about baseball, and I just knew that if I just took the time to make content and learn how to do it, that I can make better videos than, you know, these channels with 400,000 subscribers have. So I just started with the first video when the Mariners made a trade that off season, and then stayed consistent. And I never view it as a podcast. Like I do have a podcast on my channel where it's like the in-depth interviews, but I would say that my standard video I would just call it a YouTube video, not necessarily a podcast. You know, people think it's podcast, and like, you know, that's just what they kind of classify it as. Yeah.
It's like,
but
it's
like very highly edited, like stats overlaid, like all this different stuff that isn't just like me talking to the camera thing. But so that's how I got into it. And I had no experience in video creation outside of that. I just bought a MacBook Pro with Final Cut Pro on it like 2 years before that, because I knew at some point I wanted to start making videos and a YouTube channel. And part of that is because with the fitness thing, do you know Alpha Elite Athletics by chance, or Gymshark?
Gymshark.
Yeah, so Alpha Elite Athletics, there's this guy, Christian Guzman. He's a big YouTuber in fitness. And I watched him grow his brand, Alpha Elite Athletics, from basically his garage to now it's like a $100 million business in Texas. And it's like, worldwide now. And through that, him breaking down how much money he makes from YouTube and from other streams of revenue and all of these different streams, I was like, okay, I need to model that. So that was motivation for the fitness brand itself. And then I just knew that at some point I needed to do YouTube because that's a potential stream of revenue. And, Google owns YouTube. They're the top 2 search engines in the world. And so like the firepower that YouTube has behind it compared to, the social media is to where it might be relevant for a few hours or a few days versus YouTube. Like your video might be found 5 years from now and it might pop off, So I knew I wanted to get into it and I just started one day and then, just kept going.
So it was all because you had an opinion that no one listened to you and you said, fuck, I should have just recorded that. Then I would have got,
Yeah,
I would have been the one who was right.
Why am I taking the time listening to all the stuff that they're doing? And once you become a creator, you consume a lot less. Like you go from being a consumer to a creator. And it's like, instead of trying to think, hear what people are saying, I just go straight to the source of like, what are the Mariners saying? What actually happened? Okay, now I'm going to make a video around it or share my opinion on what just happened, not on, I don't care what the other person is saying about it.
Yeah, man. It started with, my bubblegum. Started with a laptop, MacBook, and then did you have like a fancy camera at the very beginning, or is it just on your phone, or what?
No, so I just set up my phone on a tripod, and then I would record separately with the mic, and there was so many takes to where I'd like look at the footage and it's out of focus. So then you have to do the entire thing over again. It's like
He's
crap.
auto-focusing on everything. Yeah.
And then eventually, the employer that I was with at the time, they saw the channel that I was growing, and they're like, "Hey, do you want to make some content for our mortgage company?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And so they invested in some equipment, which, some of that I still have. So like my talking heads set up at home now is the original camera that we had and some other stuff. So, it's just kind of one step after the other. And doing that helped open other doors and learn a lot of things. And, it's just been, one day at a time. So
then you grew the video stuff. Then you tied it with the mortgage.
Yeah.
And then Couch GM, when did it officially start? Like, when did that actually, like, you name your channel, that, all the things, like, when did that
December 2021.
Okay.
Yep.
And I'm always curious on the logo, so I understand it, but because it's like, I thought there was an issue
This
with
is a trademarked logo.
Hey.
Yeah.
There you go. My God.
I was just curious because, like, I know, like, the
GM.
colors or whatever, like, isn't it like basketball or whatever? I remember
Baseball.
Baseball.
It looks a lot like the MLB logo.
Yeah.
But it's different. And
It's different enough.
Yeah.
Damn, interesting. I was just curious about that.
So this wasn't the original logo. Like the first thing was just I had the Couch GM in text with like a baseball as the O. That was the first thing, and then I made a caricature of myself, like wearing a Mariner jersey, holding a video game controller and a headset because I thought I wanted to do video games on the channel also. And then I met with a graphic designer locally, and I was like, okay, I know exactly what I want. I want it to look like the MLB logo, but it's someone sitting on a couch, a baseball player sitting on a couch. And
Yeah.
so we went through a few different renditions. And so I have this one, and then I've also had one made for football. So it looks like the NFL logo, similar to it, but they're much different. It's not what it, it's different enough. And I mean, I submitted it officially. It's
shield.
officially trademarked. So it's not like they rejected it
Even the
because it's
NFL
similar. I haven't trademarked that one. So you can trademark that if you want to. You can seal it.
And you can buy it for me for $20 million.
You're right on it.
But yeah, I had no issues with this one. So
That's
yeah.
so cool. What
And-
a good idea to trademark that. That's
Huh?
That's
Yeah.
a great design.
Yeah, thanks. Well, because I knew that I wanted to sell it at some point, so it's like
Yeah.
I have to protect it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like, before you said you got nervous before, now you don't get nervous anymore, right? When you go up and talk to people, do you have like a ritual you do before you go talk to these people, or
Well,
do you have like a
So
song?
I guess to clarify, I do get anxiety still. It's like, okay, I'm like anxious. Like I'm driving to the stadium right now. I don't know what's going to happen, who I'm going to talk to, how it's going to go, anything like that. So I still do get butterflies, but then it's like, you just get down the field. You have to like get your first one out of the way. It's like, I'm not shaking or nervous. It's like, hey man, you have time for a couple questions? They say, yeah. It's like, okay, sweet. Then you have a conversation and you don't need to worry about that stuff. Yeah. So I still get butterflies when you're headed there, but like I've heard, it's good to have some nervousness or some butterflies because that'll help you perform better. So yeah.
Sure can. I always thought that like it was a good sign you cared. You know, because like if you don't care, you know, then you're not gonna like you're not gonna ever get nervous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if you really care how it goes, you're probably gonna put some effort into it.
But also just, you know,
I don't know.
being
I don't get nervous that much anymore. It
being
takes a
prepared
lot.
helps.
That's the only time I
preparation.
get nervous.
And when we're underprepared.
Yeah,
It's the most nerve-wracking
yeah.
thing
So when
in the
I'm
front
not
world.
prepared, that's when I get nervous. But like, I mean, I've gone up and spoken in front of people for so long. Like, you could put me like right now into a room and like you have 2 hours to talk about taxes, and I could do it like
Yeah.
with no notes.
Yeah.
You know, and make it make sense because I've just done it so many times. I still wouldn't get nervous even in that scenario. But you want me to come in and do something that I'm not familiar with, and I come in unprepared. That's
Right.
when I would get nervous for sure. I'd be
Exactly.
like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But no rituals, huh? No, like, go-to pump-up song? No, like, before you
I
get
don't,
in there?
I don't stand in
Yeah,
there and
yeah.
go, oh,
Yeah, no, that's what's great song.
That'd be
Wolf of
hilarious.
Wall Street.
Yeah, well, maybe. I mean, Tony Robbins always says that, right? Before you
yeah.
before you walk in, you gotta do something, prime yourself. Where he says, what is he? You take like the string that's on your chest, and you pull it up, and Superman pose. And he says, give yourself a Superman pose, like you're walking in, and feel strong and confident. So if I'm ever nervous, I'm just like, all right, dude, my little, you know, like I'm about to enter a boxing ring. Like, all right, you got this shit. Like, power up, and then here we go, and it's game time. So that's all I need.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't have anything crazy that I do.
You know, I thought we were almost brothers, but
Almost.
Yeah.
Real close.
yeah, yeah. Still doesn't text me back, by the way.
Your dad hates you.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, he's
Oh,
like,
gosh.
yeah, I don't want to talk to
Did
this
gonna
guy.
your
be-
parents have ever listened to one of our podcasts?
I'm sure they would if they knew I had it, but I don't know. How did your parents find out about it? Did you tell them?
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, yeah. So initially, like, you're excited about it, you're sharing it with all the people that you know, but then you get to a certain point where it's like you realize that you want the people that are really actually interested in what you're making the content about to be the ones watching it, and you don't want the YouTube algorithm to be like confused by people that, okay, my mom clicked on it, she watched 3 minutes of it, and then clicked off. You want people
That's
that
not
are
good.
going to help their retention and the algorithm and all that stuff. So it's like, yeah. You can do some self-promotion, but at the same time, you just let YouTube do its thing, and it'll go places. Like, it'll find the right audience. But
Perfect, because yeah, when you said like, you know, once we splice it all up, like our assistant splices it up for us,
yeah,
so she does all that. So we're just banking on her.
It's great. She actually uses a program that slices it up for her. It's great.
Yeah.
It's a super helpful program.
It happens.
Yeah. So, what's next? What are you building towards?
so my goal is to be the go-to lender for all sports fans and athletes.
There you go.
Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks.
Cut and dry.
And
I like
I
it.
say that in all my videos now.
Yeah.
You know, like I do the mortgage ads in my sports videos, and I say, hey, if you didn't know, I'm a mortgage broker licensed in Washington, Oregon, California, Idaho, and Arizona. It's my goal to be the go-to lender for all sports fans and athletes. You know, and like,
I'm surprised by that, to be honest with you.
why?
I would think that you would want the other side to be the dominant. Like, wouldn't you want to just be like a sports commentator for the rest of your life, or like in the sports
I
media
have
or something
never
like that?
envisioned myself being a TV broadcaster doing that. Like, that doesn't, you know, if that opportunity came up, maybe we'll see. But like, I've spent
You
nearly
seem so good in front of the camera and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Like, it's not like something everybody can do.
yeah, and I don't have to change anything. Like, so
Nothing.
so,
You can literally just do what you're
so
doing.
media is heading in a different direction, and I also see that with where that's going. There's
Yeah.
the mainstream media, right? There's independent media companies that are taking over, and that's where the future is going to be. Like Barstool Sports, John Boy
Yeah.
Media is another
Totally.
one on the
You're
East Coast.
massive.
Like Barstool started in Boston, John Boy is New York. There's no like big independent media company on the West Coast. So yeah, I do. My ultimate goal is to take the Couch GM into something that's very big and nationally known. But the real moneymaker and what pays the bills is the mortgage.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I get that for now.
worst
but
case
I kinda
scenario.
hope for you that like the mortgage is like the back end stuff. And
Yeah,
Well,
didn't you say you read the millionaire real estate thing? You know, you want
Yeah.
the passive income. So once the passive income's there,
That's all like a side part of what I can do. Like the more that I keep growing my sports thing and then pumping out content, the more I can market my mortgage business too.
Totally,
Like-
absolutely.
Like
It's great.
Yeah, because
It's awesome. What a great way to get leads with people that you know you already are gonna get. You have some sort of like common ground with these people. That's wonderful.
and then I teamed up with a buddy of mine, Michael, who owns a media company, and so we've been teaching video
yeah,
marketing
yeah.
classes to real
Mike's
estate
super nice
offices.
guy.
So these things have really, like I said, cross pollinated with each other, and yeah, it's just allowed. So now, like when I'm talking to agents, they're asking like, I just don't know what type of content to make. Well, make the video that would get you the more of your ideal client. Like who are the 5 people that you worked with that were the best
Awesome,
clients to
yeah.
work with, that you enjoyed, it wasn't stressful. Make content specific to them. So like a lot of people are like, I just need to keep making first-time homebuyer videos. It's like, do you want to work with first-time homebuyers, or do you want to work with like the people that are selling? You can do their listing, and then you can also help them buy their next house, double end it, have the more enjoyable experience, like make content specific to the client that you want, you know? So now I'm making content specific to the sports fans. And so I spend all my time content creation for the Couch GM, but then in all the videos, you know, it's
all
talking about mortgage. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I see the most value
Interesting.
in what I'm doing.
So cool.
I love that. That's great. That's great advice too, though, because we tell agents and entrepreneurs all the time that it's like, hey, once you get the data after a couple of years, figure out what your niche is, where you did best in, who you like to work with, and then hone in on that area. So,
and I was
that's
also
cool.
asked by a realtor yesterday at an event, you know, like, hey, do you do any joint marketing with realtors? I'm like, I don't, because I've been through that. And like I told him, like, if it starts with $1, it ends with $1. Like if someone's, if a realtor is asking you to like do Zillow marketing with you or something, the second you stop spending on that relationship's over. And like, I'm not going to chase realtors, and I want to go direct to consumer. So the more that I can go directly to the buyer instead of having to rely on a realtor to send me a lead. Like
it's the same thing you do with the WSU players. It's your own playbook.
Yeah, you remember instead of going to the event, you
It's
went around.
exactly. You're just doing exactly what you already proven works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it makes total sense. It's just cyclical.
And then I've had realtors, and I've had, like I said, clients that have reached out to me that want to work with me because they see what I'm doing and they relate with what I'm doing. So yeah, it's just kind of a no-brainer for me at this point with keeping it mortgage related or pushing that and helping people with that. So
that was really good advice. I like that.
Yeah, solid.
It's hard for us because our demographics, not my typical personality. If I was to be on camera.
Yeah, it's really funny. Like the vast majority of real estate agents are female, they're mothers, they're things like that. And there's like, do you want to save money on taxes today? What's a good time for us to do your bookkeeping?
Eagle flying in the background, fucking fireworks blowing up everywhere, coming down, jumping in an airplane. Do you want your tax bill to be this low? As we fly out.
I don't think we're hitting the target market.
That's why I want to do it. I'm like, that's not our demographic. So I want to have to make videos to our. It's rough.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's how I would, like I said, anytime we do like a speech or something, I'm the one who like wants the smoke cannons, the fucking confetti coming out. Yeah, I want everything.
Like, just say my name and let me walk up there.
Yeah.
And instead he's like, the twinkle in my eye.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He's like, everyone ready? Let's go.
100%.
I get everyone pumped up. Then we're good to go. I want to be coming out of the floor with the smoke, with my back turned, the cape on, and then turn around.
Dude, get shot out of the floor.
Yeah, exactly.
Mike could be like the ultimate what guy, in a hip hop group. What?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Go, what? Like that would be Mike. He'd nail that.
Nathan would go up there
He'd
and
have his
speech.
shirt off, just like.
Yep. I'll be planning it out in the audience. Be like, I love this the content. This is so great. Woo!
That's awesome.
Goodness, that's hilarious. Okay. Question for you.
Yeah.
Walk us through your engagement that you've created through like YouTube and social media, because I know that's something you are focused on heavily.
The engagement? What do you mean by that?
So you started and you're just on your own. Like, what is like your engagement, like your views, like how many people are watching your stuff? Like, where's it at now these days?
Yeah, so the subscriber count had just passed 11,500. So I'm approaching 12,000 on YouTube alone. Across platform like Instagram, TikTok, everything else, it's like over 30,000.
Wow, good job.
Some of those are like cross-pollinated, follow me on multiple platforms. But yeah, it's like the first year I was only doing Mariners content, and then I started to make like one-off videos on player profiles on players from other teams that I found interesting that were up and coming, so that I could help share their stories. And then when they started performing in the big leagues, they become relevant. People are actively searching for them. That's going to be one of the best videos out there on that person explaining who they are, and so it'll get views. And so I've started to branch out with different content. And like I mentioned, this past year I started doing the WCU podcast, and you get some people that are like, I hate WSU, like, go Huskies, like, where's the Mariners content? But then,
who would ever say that? They're wrong. All of them are wrong.
YouTube does a good job of like putting the right content in front of people. So if I make a WSU video and they're like a Husky fan and never watch Coug stuff, then YouTube likely is not going to put that content in front of them. So it's like anytime you have a limiting factor or a limiting belief on yourself, you just have to wash it away. It's like, should I not post this because no, post it. Just post everything. And don't worry about it. Like, you just have to stay consistent and post everything. You never know what's going to blow up. But so like for example, I was doing WCU interview, and then now it's baseball season again, and I posted a video yesterday with like a nice hype reel of the past series, and then I did my podcast style thing for like 10 minutes after that, and it's gotten like 3,500 views in the first day. And so it's like, when I make the right content, it's going to find the right viewer, and those people are actively looking for that content right now.
What was the one you had a couple months ago? Was it about the stadium? The one that blew up?
Oh yeah, the Portland Diamond Project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how many, what's that view rate at right now? It's a lot.
So that's on Instagram specifically.
Yeah.
And that's 230,000 views on
That's great.
Instagram. And then the most important part is that it has close to 10,000 shares.
Yeah, it's huge because
that's
getting out there.
awesome.
Yeah, and this like happened within the first couple of days. Like the first day, it started blowing up
It
because
just went.
the Portland
It's
Diamond
a great
Project.
video. It makes like it's
And it's
one of the
super
best ones
simple.
I've seen. It's awesome.
I teach how to do the green screens during our video marketing class. Like this
Yeah.
takes all of 10 minutes to make, and you could be pumping these out. Like
Your
anytime
mustache
there's
looks so good in that video, dude.
I put
Honest
them-
to God, it's awesome. It looks like you just blew dry it.
Yeah, I just
Blue
yeah.
dry, blow dry. How do you-
dry it.
What's the past
Blow
tense of blow
dry.
dry?
Blow dry.
I blow dried.
blow dried.
It looks like you blow dried your. Oh, this is getting weird. I can't.
No, you just say blow dry. Like, hey, did you blow dry your hair?
Yeah, I blow dried my hair.
Yeah,
Oh, blow Drew. Oh, I get it now. Yeah, you're right.
blow
What
dried.
did you do to Drew? Goodness gracious, bro.
Hey, this
That's
thing-
what we need
Oh,
on the little
God damn it.
thumbnails. I blew Drew.
I hate this place.
All right, we're losing it. Okay, so let's do this.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh.
What do you got?
Well, I was just gonna say, yeah, like I tagged the Portland Diamond Project on this reel, and I had messaged them like a year ago to come on the podcast, and they ended up seeing this reel, and then now I've been in contact with the head marketing guy for the Portland Diamond Project, and like he sees my channel, what I'm doing, and so they're gonna give me information ahead of time and like up to date stuff so that I can make content, because my viewer base is what they're looking to. Is who they're looking
Yeah,
to
it doesn't
connect
have to
with.
be millions. It has to be the right ones.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, like millions is great, but 230, that's a very specific video. To have a 250,000 people watch that video is
Yeah.
exactly who they want to see that video. Guaranteed.
And I've had reels get millions of views and
Yeah.
TikToks get millions of views. It's like you just never know which one is going to pop off like
Yeah.
crazy. You just have to keep doing it, keep posting.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
Yeah, and the ones you spend the most time on don't get any views, and then the one you barely
I know,
did,
yeah.
you
It-
fucking half-ass it. They're like, and this one's all over the place.
It can be very frustrating, and you can't make content for the views. You just have to do it out of passion or out of like your pure interest, and the views will come. And also, I get told this all the time. Like people see my passion when I'm talking about sports or pissed at ownership for not spending on a player, right? Because it's something that I care about and that I'm passionate about. You don't have to force me to try to make a video about this. It's like this is what I'm interested in, and
It's what you would talk about if you didn't have a camera in front of you.
exactly.
Yeah.
If you're having a beer with a buddy, like,
Yeah. Bingo. Or a brother.
or brother.
So walk us through a couple last things here, and we'll finish up. Walk us through what would you say if there's a young entrepreneur, or not a young, but just a newer entrepreneur, what advice would you give them as they're starting out?
Get started today. That's the first step, is just get started today. Like if you don't know what you're wanting to do long term, it's like, okay, just take one step every day. Just get started. I would also say learn as much as you can. Like always be learning, always be curious about stuff. YouTube is the best resource out there. It's like everything that I've learned to create content on YouTube, I learned through YouTube. It's like if I want to learn how to make a video look a certain way or do a certain edit, or do something in Photoshop, then I'll go on YouTube and how do I do this? You learn it that one time and then you're good to go. And so you just have to keep, like the Mariners say, it's 1%. Get 1% better every day. Get 1% better every video that you create. Learn one new thing every time, and see where you're at in a year from now. And you could blow up tomorrow, but realistically it's going to take years of grinding, and you just got to stay consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all in it. Yeah.
And then you become the overnight success after 5 years.
Yeah,
or
that's
whatever.
what Jack Dorsey said. He said it's amazing how 10 years of hard work can turn you into an overnight success
Exactly.
or something close.
Yeah, he said it was Grant
Super
Cardone said that too. Even though, he goes, if an overnight success is a real thing, then I'm a fucking idiot because it's taken me 40 years. Yeah. Well,
Oh man.
And then also about the limiting belief. Like
Yeah.
if you have a thought come across your mind, like, hey, I shouldn't do this because of this, it's like, no, just do it. And because you don't want to limit yourself for something that isn't, an actual thing that you should be worried about.
You mentioned it earlier, but like, what role does faith have in your entrepreneurship?
I mean, it's big because, like, I'm in sales. I'm 100% commission. It's like sometimes, I don't always have a deal on the board, and sometimes it's like, okay, I've reached out to everybody that I can. I've made content, all this stuff. It's like sometimes you just can't do anything else. It's like I just have faith that it's gonna come in, and then there's someone that reaches out right there. It's like the timing with stuff is you can't, like, there's a higher power, and it's not someone else that's driving the boat. It's not me that's in control of this. And so, I mean, I can't say it a better way than that. It's just not stressing about stuff that you shouldn't be stressing about.
But you still put in the work.
Well, yeah. And that's the thing is, like, I put credit, I don't take credit for, like, the stuff that I do, right? It's like, this is just who I am, and this is what has got me to where I've been. But yeah, you still have to grind, and you still have to you have to put in the work. But at the end of the day, the results are going to come. You could say it's from the work that I put in, but I don't view it as that,
Yeah, I like that what you said. I just say that the universe knows, right? The universe or the higher power knows. If you could, like you said, you put in all the work, you did all the right things, and they're like,
you've done what you can.
And then they say, well done. And then here they throw you something. But I think, like, if you're doing all that but don't put in the work, you can't, and you just blindly saying, oh, they'll take care of me or whatever.
In that case, it is your fault.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, you put in the work, but like the universe and the higher powers all know if you're bullshitting yourself or not. Because if you've put it all in, then it'll happen the right way, the way it should be. So I like that.
It's like praying for a physique or going to the gym.
Yeah.
Like, you can pray all day long for a six pack. But if you go to the gym, there's a lot higher likelihood that that's going to happen.
Right.
Correct. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That God can't give you wisdom or, an opportunity to get that
you
done.
still have to put in the work.
But if you don't put in the work, the odds are pretty much zero.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Super interesting. Huh. Anything else on your mind, Mike?
Nope. Just that my dad still hasn't texted me an hour later. He denied 2 of my calls, but I want to know. So I'll let you know how our dads know each other. And be like, oh, yeah, I played racquetball with that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
so
fucking cool.
a couple things as we're ending. How do people find you?
Yeah, so you can find me at the Couch GM on every platform: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You can also find me at Broker Connor Webb on Instagram and TikTok. And then, my website is findtheadvantage.com/Connor Webb, I believe. And just type in Connor Webb on Instagram, Broker Connor Webb, and you'll find me.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Dude, it's been so good to have you here to learn more about your story.
Thank you both.
Great. This has been really
Dude,
cool.
we're like best friends now.
Yeah,
even more than we already were.
Congrats on the podcast. Keep it up.
Thank
This
you
is
very
awesome.
much.
This is an amazing setup.
Yeah, dude.
Thank you very much.
This is podcast number 17.
Hell yeah.
So we're plugging along.
You'll be at 100 before you know it.
Yeah, it's just going to happen. It's the way it
Yeah.
goes. So it'll be a lot of fun. Well, thanks for joining us today and telling us a little bit more about
The other side. All right, where's Drew?
That's going to make it into the David fucking
That's so
Sweet.
funny, dude.